Let's see this question. This question, we're given an equation with a derivative, first level of derivative, and plus the original function that equals e raised by negative x. Then we're given the initial condition f of 0 equals to 1. And we're asked to find the original function f of x. So what do we do? Let's do this. Okay, so what's in my thought is this. If I have f of x multiplied by g of x, right? If I take derivative of this product of two functions, I would get f prime of x times g of x plus f of x times g prime of x, right? Product rule for taking the derivatives of a product of two functions. So in this case, you see we have, let me change my color. We have f prime, we have f. So we're just missing g of x and g prime of x. And this side, we have e to the negative x. So if g equals to e to the x, and also g prime would also be e raised by x. Right? So if we multiply e to the x on both sides, multiply e to the x with every term. So then this equation will change to be e to the x times f prime of x plus f of x times e raised by x. Then it equals to 1. Because e to the negative x times e to the x, e to the x times e to the negative x, we get e to the x plus negative x as e to the 0, or e to the 0 is just 1. So now I can treat e to the x just as g of x, right? G of x. And you may argue saying, okay, that could be g of x plus c. And then g prime is e to the x. So this c, this constant term doesn't really, apply much. So I can ignore it. So g of x times f prime of x plus f of x times g prime of x. Because g prime of x is also e to the x. So now I can rewrite this one as f of x times g of x. It's a derivative, right? Product by this equation. That equals to 1. Or derivative equals to 1, that means the product of these two functions must be a linear function, especially with the coefficient of x to be 1 plus some constant. You see why the constant doesn't matter in G now? Because I'm going to include a constant term in here anyway. Because derivative of x plus c is just 1. So basically what we did is this, right? We integrate on both sides. Integrate on both sides. So now g of x we already know. We just treat as e to the x. So we have f of x times e to the x equals to some x plus 1x plus constant term. Then we divide it by e to the x on both sides. So we get f of x equals to x plus some constant divided by e to the x. Now we're given this initial condition. See f of 0 equals to 1. So x equals 0 plus c divided by e to the 0, x is 0, which is 1. So that means 1 equals to 0 plus c is a c divided by 1 is still c. So c equals 1. So f of x equals to x plus 1 divided by e to the x. Okay.